Okay, cool. I believe we are live, you guys. Okay, so tonight I have a. Okay, perfect. Okay, so tonight I have a live reading for the collective, and then I'm just going to be talking about, in a sense, my experiences in magic, as well as psychic development, mediumship, and different abilities, transmutations, and just gnosis and wisdom that we can learn from walking this path of, you could say, magic, you could say the occult, you could say psychic development, self mastery, growth. But at the end of the day, we could just merely call it the path. And that's truly what it is. It's about walking this path of magic and sorcery. Not just reading about it, not just collecting data and information, but the application of this science. I know that there's a lot of people that they study magic, they read a lot, they know a lot about different occultists that did the rituals, that walked the path. Now, for myself, I'm someone that has been walking a very heavy magic path for the past about 8 years. And in this way, I definitely had to learn a lot in a lot of different ways. And I made a lot of mistakes throughout the journey. But I feel in this same way, it's through making these different mistakes that's actually what shapes us to become who we are. And in making these mistakes, I gained immense wisdom. And yes, we will make mistakes as we walk this path. And mistakes are okay. Just understand that magic, tapping into the quantum realms, tapping into the quantum body, you might manifest things or see things that you're not prepared for. And it's in this way that's why we align ourselves with the source and understand and know that we are the source. And as we know that we are the source, that we are the ones creating our reality, then this is what allows us to flow with our destiny. This is what allows us to flow with who we are and as well who we're meant to be. So even right now and in these moments, I felt this intuition earlier today to go live about this time. And I can feel a lot of deities and energies present, specifically being that one of them, Lord Thoth. I was sitting, journaling, scripting, writing with Thoth, just channeling, you could say, embracing mediumship. I'm someone that I talk pretty closely with the spirits, especially after having a near death for myself. So I'm a very open gateway and channel. I'm as well a professional medium. I'm a medium by trade as well as a tarot card reader. And with that, you guys, let's get into this reading and see what unfolds. So we have the first card is Adjustment. Now for me, this card actually represents the path of tarot. In my life, this card is actually my guiding card, and the fact that it's coming up as the first card for this reading, that's even a reminder to myself to continue with my path of tarot and psychic development in this way. That the more that you learn tarot and you pick up divination, you've never mastered it. It never truly ends. but it's instead about embracing your abilities and what you can learn from the constant and endless evolution and expansion of the tarot and picking up the cards. So it's in the same way that when I see adjustment, this was one of the first cards that really spoke to me. For anybody that has a tarot deck, I highly recommend that you guys shuffle your deck. Maybe even if you want to now, grab your tarot decks and shuffle them and see what card, ask the tarot deck, what card is guiding me at the moment? What card do I need to work with in these moments? And that's actually going to, in a sense, intuitively draw out the next card through your subconscious. Because the way in which we read tarot, it's not just the cards, it's the energies merged with the cards. It's the energetic resonance we have with the cards in the moment that we're using them. So let's go with so this was a good reminder for myself. What is the essence and energy that is guiding the collective at the moment? We literally had the adjustment card just pop out again. So at the moment, it is a time to focus on one's skills, to focus on one's abilities. It's about embracing your psychic development and knowing who you are through this divination process. The more that you choose to divine every day, it's actually going to be the cards. For some of you, it's ritual. It's going to be embracing these different skills and abilities that will connect you to your higher self, that will connect you to the source. So most likely, you are a diviner watching this. You're someone that, if you're not embracing your abilities, you're meant to embrace your abilities. And the fact that this card came out again, I guess this is a full circle tarot journey, actually, because I remember I picked up tarot probably about 9 years ago. So I want to say with you guys, there's the completion of a journey. You're closing an old chapter and it's beginning just how it started, and now you're embracing the hero's journey anew. You're embracing it as who you know you are. Now you're embracing this path knowing who you are. But the thing is, at the beginning of the journey, and this is something that has been a constant theme for myself lately, we were the fool in the beginning of the journey. We didn't know who we were. We didn't know what we would achieve. We didn't know who we would become. But then it was from embracing the path, we eventually were led to become the artist, the alchemist, the magician. And then we transitioned into the magician by knowing and shedding these layers of our awareness that we stepped into our truths through the journey, and we allowed the illusions to dissolve, and now we are stepping into our truths to embrace that same journey, but from a new awareness, from a new standpoint or vantage point. We now see from the eyes of our higher self. We see from the eyes of our true self where we are going, because we've gained clarity into the vision by being receptive to allowing the illusions to fall away. And as these illusions have faded away, what have we created for ourselves? We've created power for ourselves. We now are starting to understand ourselves as a generator in magic. Generator, operator, and destroyer. As we are generating our reality, we're understanding how to operate it. It's not until you do something that you truly understand how it's performed, how to get better at it. That's why you have to generate. We generated the illusions. We generated this old false reality. We were born into a household. We were given a name. We were told that we were something. But we weren't what we were told. Instead we embraced our truths and we stepped into our power. Your power lies within your truths. It's only from embracing this journey of... one second, you guys. I have to plug something in. Okay. It wasn't until you stepped into your truths, it wasn't until you stepped into your daemon that you actually started the journey. Everything is about to unfold. Everything is about to happen now because you embraced your power. So this is also pertaining to your magic. You're stepping into your magic and you're starting to better understand and know yourself. Top card or 3? Top into 3. Okay, so first, we have the Lovers. This actually, I recommend that you guys watch the reading that I gave earlier today with the Divine Lovers. That had a lot to do with cosmic lineages unifying. A lot of the work that I'm bringing forward now is to, at its deepest core, awaken and align the different tribes, whether you call them Anunnaki or Nephilim, but these messages are for those of the cosmic elite, for those that are in alignment with the Egyptian pantheon and as well the Infernal Divine. Some of you might be more on the light side, some of you might be on the dark side. Others might be as well a good balance. I myself as a Libra, I maintain justice, but I use the dark matter to maintain justice. Some of us are called into the darkness so that we can awaken our brightest light. And that's only because we live in a realm of light illusions. So as we step into the darkness, this is actually, we are merely seeing the truths of our reality. Some of you were born into very dark upbringings. You might have suffered abuse. I'm even hearing ritual abuse. You might have suffered things that you could not attest for. And those things, such as for myself at a young age, I've shared this story before, but something happened to my mom. She stabbed someone and then went to jail. I saw this happen, and that was trauma that then in my mind from that moment moving forward, it actually created a lens of trauma that my whole reality was viewed upon. That something like that would happen. It was like that was replaying in my psyche over and over. Now, as I dissolved this trauma, rather went through the trauma, I understood the trauma, even to the point that I'm able to talk about it on camera, and I'm okay with talking about that. It's these things that we went through that we did not choose, that were rather cast upon us as children, that the reason why we embrace the night side path as children of the night, as children of darkness, is because we are born into a dark matter, a light illusion. So as much as people tell us it's love and light, you can easily see there's immense darkness bleeding in throughout this whole reality. Now, it's about understanding the occult nature of reality, using this darkness and bending it to your will. That just like, yes, Bruce Wayne, the Batman. Batman literally as a child, and look at this very synchronistically, the bat symbolism. A child whose parents die in front of him, his whole reality at that point is coded in, I must defeat tyranny, I must defeat evil. And as he's defeating this, what he deems evil, he's taking on the bat symbolism. That is the vampire archetype. It's the same with us, that as we're taking on this dark matter energy, as we're taking on this symbolisms, these archetypes, we are merely using archetypes to evolve as we're going through the night side. So it's about understanding who we are through all of this by using the abilities, not rather being at odds with ourselves, but understanding that if Lucifer appears to you, or Belial appears to you, Azazel, Satan, these beings of the dark matter, if they come out of the dark Satan and talk to you, does that not show that they are not real? Almost realer than this illusion. Now, when they start to teach you things, let's truly look at this. That for myself, I'm someone that initiated into the Infernal Divine 5 years ago. These beings started to teach me, and the way that they did this was by inducting me out of this matrix and then showing me the dark matter. The way that I would do this is, first I heard the call. And once I heard the call, the way that you say work with Lucifer is to answer the call. This will be different to everybody else, but he will appear to you. He will ask you something. He might appear to your ego and be like, hey, I can manifest you this, I can manifest you that. He might appeal to your want for self-mastery. Hey, I can get you to this level. I can get you to that which you wish to achieve, right? In the beginning, a lot of us I know I did at least, a lot of us entered into magic with ego. That we might have been trying to, well, for me, I just wanted to know things. I wanted to know why I went through a near death. I wanted to know why I was called to this path that is so, it can be very overwhelming at times, at least in the beginning, because you're being stripped away of all these illusions at such a fast rate when you're working with Lucifer, when you're working with Belial or Azazel, because they want you to understand something. They love you, and in this love, it's as a father to a child, or even a mother. A mother sometimes will give her child tough love. Lucifer, Hecate into Lucifer. Lucifer is that same being. He was given tough love. He went into the darkness as an angel. And in this way, he became a demon. He became Satan. A lot of you guys are going through this same evolution. You are who you are now, but as you embrace this journey through the night side, you're not going to be the same getting out of it. You're not going to be the same. And I want to invite you guys to go look at the beginning of my channel 5 years ago. That who I was entering into the underworld, the hell realms. I actually was in the hell realms before even initiating. And when you're in the hell realms, you're more gathering the different pieces of the puzzle. And until you put these pieces together and you know thyself, you know who you are, you're not going to get very far in the underworld. And this is also in the hell realms, right? And this is why the demons are actually there. They are each initiatory spirits guiding you through the different layers and as well aspects of hell itself. And as you are going about this initiation, you're taking on many different alchemies, many different transmutations. Your mind, specifically your psyche, the psyche is the soul, but the mental aspect of the soul. In psychology, it's called ego dissolution. And that's the thing about the occult. That's the thing about magic and as well witchcraft. When we're embracing magic, we're embracing the use of our minds, understanding and knowing that which Tesla did. The mind is merely a receiver. We are receiving holograms, which we call visions. We call psychic downloads. And when you start to more understand this quantum, rather psychic aspect of reality, and you understand the quantum body, which is known as the daemon. So that's what the daemon is. That's what we are actually awakening and unlocking as we're going through the nightside path, is the daemon. So this is the part of ourselves that was locked away in reincarnation, when we chose to incarnate. And a lot of us are what's known as a watcher, a being that is higher dimensional in nature. You could say from the future almost. It's more of a futuristic type of consciousness, but it's a being that is from the higher dimension, so it feels like the future, that travels back in time to then awaken this futuristic aspect of themselves in the now, and it's gonna be determined when they choose to wake up. So this is why it's called a spiritual awakening, because we're waking up from the illusion. Once you realize that you are in an illusion, once you realize that you are in a simulation, this is actually what allows you to better understand the quantum realms. So this is what allows you to manifest at a faster rate. Now, I invite you guys to, at some point, watch my video on psychic vampirism. The daemon, psychic vampirism, black flame, and true will. I just released that video. Go check that out, because within that video, that I go more in depth into what the quantum body is. That when we're someone that's embracing the nightside path, psychic vampirism is an aspect of this. So if you want to understand the full gnosis, that's on the video. Psychic vampirism is a very strong and powerful skill for those going through the nightside path, because we are aligning with our daemon. We are aligning with our truth. And as we align with this truth, this power, and we take on these abilities such as psychic vampirism, pulling in energy, we're able to become anything. Psychic vampirism is merely the ability to download skills, to download energy. Once we download energy, this is what allows us to evolve at a faster rate. As we are downloading this energy, whether it be from a deity, an archetype, an energetic signature or imprint in some way, or just people, I look at necromancy as a form of psychic vampirism, or when we're working with the dead, usually we download their energies. And the psychic vampire also being able to interact with the dead in a more feasible way, being protected as they interact. For those of you wishing to pick up necromancy, I highly recommend working with the goddess Hecate, working with Lucifer, Belial, Beelzebub, any of these different beings. This is as well what I have done for myself. So, psychic vampirism is something that we need in order to function in the dark matter realms. It's not just the physical realm, it's also the underworld. Because as we go through the underworld, there's immense chaos. Now, as not just a psychic vampire, but rather a source vampire, we're someone consuming and transmuting the chaos. So this is actually where we get our quantum evolution. We start to evolve at the speed of dark matter. And as we're evolving at the speed of dark matter, taking on and embracing the black flame, this is actually what allows us to strip away the illusions at a very fast rate. That's what the black flame is for. From this, we are stepping into our power by dissolving the illusions, and this is actually how we can start to manifest at a very rapid rate. Vampires are master manifestors. They're masters at this reality because they're able to just psychically download everything. And that's why as well, when we start to work with demons and embrace demonolatry, working with Belial, Beelzebub, or Azazel, these are the things that they would show you because they're inducting you into the night side to understand working with them. We call it demonolatry, but rather at the end of the day, they're just showing us the quantum realms. They're showing us what we already know, the realm in which we are from, for those of you that are from the Infernal Divine, from the Hell realms. Some of us have kingdoms there. Some of us have realities that we've created, and this is the quantum body in which I'm talking about. This is the daemon. And their job, the infernal emissaries, their job is to align us to our daemon. And that's why they're getting rid of the illusions. They create, rather, scenes and scenarios are created to test us, to knock us out of the illusion, to get us to focus on something so that we can then evolve from it. This is also why demons are, they push you. They push you just like a trainer, and it's after your interaction you come out way stronger. You first start to work with Lucifer or Satan to then realize that you are Lucifer, you are Satan. That the whole time that being was interacting with you, that as long as you were building, as long as you were solidifying your kingdom, your reality, then you will look back at the journey, or you're looking back at the journey like, wow, I did all of that. I created all of that. And that's what this journey is for. Those of you either watching this now or later on, it's about doing the work. It's about taking action and embracing the rituals. I was one that I didn't really study the occult in the beginning. I knew metaphysics, I was channeling, but truly, when you start to do the rituals and commune with the night side, when you are a part of their realm, and you start to understand how it functions, this is why you seem, or why you seem like a god, why you seem like a deity, because you're not functioning in the human realm anymore. You're not functioning like a human. Yes, you still need to eat, shit, sleep. You still need to do all these human things, but you're more awakening that these vampiric, these demonic transmutations within yourself that are allowing you to thrive not only in this realm, being able to go through and endure so much more mentally, physically, emotionally, but also on those quantum realms. You start to function. The way that you know you're entering into your daemon is that the lucid realms, or life becomes more lucid. Your dreams are becoming more lucid. And then once you start to master that aspect of reality, life becomes lucid. What you think just starts to manifest. It just starts to appear like that. And that's why it's so needed and necessary to understand and know magic if you are stepping into your daemon, if you are wishing to evolve or transgress your limitations, because that's what you are aligning to. That's what you're hooking yourself up to. That's the source, that's the aspect or fragment of source in which you are, and you're stepping into, you're becoming. And the more that you awaken, uncover, realize, and know this source aspect of yourself, which psychic vampirism will start to cycle the illusions fast, like dissolve the illusions faster. So you at some point will enter into a stream of endless awareness, infinite consciousness, infinite intelligence is what Florence Scovel either termed it or called it. But you enter into that infinite intelligence as the source, knowing you are the source. I and my Father are one. That's what it says in the Bible, I believe. And that's what it means to unify with your subconscious mind, the conscious masculine mind with the feminine mind. And you're now commanding your subconscious by inputting the symbols and imagery within your mind that you see, inputting the frequency, inputting the vibration, inputting. So that's why we learn spell work. Through my words, I'm casting spells, I'm conjuring. So if my subconscious is open to this influence, right? Because I've connected the conscious and the subconscious, the yin and the yang energy, the masculine and the feminine, then I'm able to input through my conscious mind the pushing, so projecting energy into the subconscious, and then the subconscious would then have to accept the reality in which I'm saying. So this is also why someone needs to dissolve their ego when going into ritual. In order to have an effective ritual, guys, and this is the key. The key is, as Bobby Hemmett would say, the key is that you need to be able to bypass the ego mind in order to go into the subconscious. And that's what a lot of people don't get. So when you're writing something and trying to turn it into a spell, if it's not clicking in your mind, or if you're visualizing something and it's not happening, the ego is saying, oh, no, I don't believe that. So you have to coax your ego. You have to persuade your ego through trauma, repetition, symbolism. So using sigils. When imagery is flashed in your mind, such as when people, they do this with demon sigils on videos. They do this because when you stare at a sigil, eventually it should start flashing in your mind. And as it starts to flash, that's actually your mind being activated by the subconscious imagery. The imagery, you might not know what the sigil of Saturn is, but your subconscious mind does. Because the subconscious mind is the quantum computer that is controlling the infinite all. Or that is the infinite all. And when you are in alignment with the quantum computer, with the source, then you're downloading the all constantly in each and every moment. This is what we can say being in alignment with destiny is, as well as fate, is that we live in a simulation, so by unifying with the simulation, then it only makes sense that you're able to download everything, that you're able to download any idea, awareness, state of being at each and every moment. This is also why they call it dark enlightenment or apotheosis along the left-hand path, because you are becoming a deity, you are deifying yourself through those realms. So you go through immense pressure to build yourself into becoming what's known as the black diamond. The black diamond state can only be achieved through going through the pressure. So you have to put yourself under this pressure. This is also why a lot of older grimoires or Liber or Frater texts, these old occult books, say that you have to go do a ritual going up a mountain for 30 days, which I actually did that for about 3 months straight, pretty much 90 days. And they say to do these things because it starts to strip your ego away. When you're in nature, you start to listen to the silence. You start to listen to everything around you, and it's within the silence that everything speaks. So I remember when my mind just fully went silent at one point, and it freaked me out in the beginning. This was after a heavy ritual to Lucifer. This was my first ritual about 5 years ago to Lucifer in a ceremonial setting, and it's like my hard drive was wiped, and it was wiped of the illusions, and that it took me 2 weeks to recover from this. Like, this was a very powerful thing that happened, because I had to, literally, it was like I was disoriented with life and what it was, and I had to recollect the pieces. And I just literally, I remember this, I just laid there for 2 weeks straight, just in awe. Just like, wow. And then I started to watch the show Lucifer as well. But my Kundalini was just like, it was fluctuating so much that like I would go for a walk and like my energy was just so heavy, so immense. And I had to go through a few years of this. So I had a very intense Kundalini awakening with the deities. And this is, I mean, when we're pushing it to the fullest extent, you guys, this is when we're getting into shape-shifting. My whole psyche was rewired from this interaction. That dark matter started to bleed into my mind, and it was one of those moments where it's destroying the illusions. So it's like literally what I thought I was. I could feel it being eaten away. And after that, so when you think you're just O'Shea or your ego, then that's when it becomes such a vicious process, because you're literally being stripped away. It's being stripped away. But if you naturally let go of the ego, you say, wow, that wasn't me. Wow, I'm so grateful that you showed me that source. That's what the process is for. That's what the path is. And you actually start to see all of these dark illusions just withdrawn. Like, I no longer see Satan as a devil. The devil doesn't exist. The devil is a conjuration of our mind of the most evil thing that a human could conjure. Now, we coax the devils in fear, and that's why we see them in this way. That's why the demons look so devilish, is more of our perception shaping that. And I remember in the beginning, even asking to see Lucifer in full totality, and it took me years to actually be able to see him, because my consciousness had to be, the best word I have is inducted. I had to be inducted out of the matrix. And that's actually what the Qliphoth is. It's this matrix of illusions. Or, I'm so sorry. It's what controls the matrix is the Qliphoth. The Qliphoth is controlling the light matter realm that is projected That's why demons are so much more powerful, can manifest you things, teach you, to literally break this reality, because they're teaching you of what reality is, the true nature of the occult. And this is what Satan teaches you guys. This is why when we start to work with Satan, we start to work with Lucifer, why our minds, we start to understand so much about our minds. We start to understand so much about the occult. Our mind starts to expand at such a fast rate. We start to understand how to work with demons, because we're elevating our consciousness to the level of Lucifer. We are becoming that Luciferic emanation. We are becoming that Luciferic light. Through going into rituals with Lucifer, we become Lucifer. From going into rituals with the devil, we become the devil. Yes, there is a being that, in a sense, is the energy of the devil as well. These beings exist as well as their energies and titles. At the end of the day, their job is to merely show us what we are. They actually, especially deep, heavy channelings with Hecate after my Clephothic initiations, Hecate wants us to become the Watchers. She wants us to become greater than Lucifer, to become greater than Belial, because we were taught by them. It's just as they would want of their children. They want you to become greater. They want you to grow. They want you to become powerful. And it's in the same way, to get back to the tarot cards, these lovers are also being brought together. Go check out my lovers tarot card reading that was released earlier today. You lovers are being... I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I had it reversed. You lovers are being brought together because it is now time that, as you found who you were separate, you are now coming together as one. You are unifying to now build your empire, and that as you've went through these trials, this is what you've gained. You've gained a lover. You will be united with a lover soon, if you have not been yet. You've gained a lover that is most meant for you. Someone to help you along your path. Even they might be a mentor, they might be a guide, but as well, it's the love that you had for yourself that manifested this love outside. You built such a flourishing empire, such a flourishing reality that you have created for yourself, in the way in which you have, as the fragment of source in which you are. So now, from this path, what are you creating? As you work with the Egyptian pantheon, as you work with Lucifer, as you work with Thoth, is this the card? Yes. You had to change to become who you are now, and you are changing. Take the time in which you have this next year, the closing of the end of this year, to fully wrap up the end of your initiations. A lot of you are finishing your initiations and you have evolved, you have changed into a new being. You have to stop accepting the limitations that were placed on you and as well your soul. You have to accept now the truths that you were shown. What were you shown? Who did you become from this? Wow, this was the second card. I just shuffled a whole bunch and this shot out. This was the card right under change. You became who you were meant to. This is actually my card of Lucifer as well as the bull, so Moloch. So just as I said you were finishing your initiations, we have a bull symbolism symbolizing Moloch, as well as the Prince of Discs is that moving forward pushing infernal energy. Lucifer and Moloch are with you, aiding you, guiding you in your vision and along your journey. They want you to take time to fully conjure your vision and understand what you are seeing, so that you can move forward. The chariot, movement and progress, will be seen after this change. You must change, rather shift into the reality that is most meant for you in order to become the magus, in order to become the magician. So this card was actually reversed. But I want to say that for those of you that have been walking this path, it's right side up. You merely need to now shift from the fool into the magus, and the reality in which you are looking for will be uncovered through within. For it is through loving yourself, embracing your mind, knowing it is the all, knowing that as well the universe is mental, that you are a master of your craft, you are the magician. And once you unveil this magician within, this magician state, this is what the daemon is. You have stepped into your quantum self through this journey. You've stripped away the illusions, and you see yourself as that which you incarnated as, the magician. Now it is time to get serious with your craft and your path in that of magic. It is time to use your sacred voice to know who you are, to know what you're achieving, and as well who you're becoming. So as you have became now the magician, as well the emperor is in reverse. See yourself as a magician king. You are not at the level of the same magi, but you have incarnated over and over again to express your divine essence. That's what makes you such a powerful magus, is you have a divine ability to rule. You are a divine ruler, a divine emperor. You are someone that's meant to build an empire, to build a kingdom in whatever industry, sector, or field you see. And then from all that, this is the last card. Oh. It was, bottom, and then that's the last card. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. So we have the Thelema card. Your true will is to bring forward and amass this. You can call it an empire, you can call it a business, you can call it a corporation, a YouTube channel. In whatever field, industry, or sector you are feeling called to at the moment, embrace this. This is going to be the vehicle of your ascension. This is your true will. Whatever you're focusing on at the moment, whatever's coming to your mind, whatever you wake up every day knowing you need to do, you feel this inclination, you feel this urge, do it. You are on the path of your true will. You are embracing your fate and your destiny. This is the last card. Love. Love yourself. Love the journey in which you walked, and have gratitude for who you are. Because there's no one like you. You are the only you. You are the only aspect of yourself that chose to reincarnate. Value this, cherish this. You are someone to be celebrated. You are someone to be loved because you love yourself. You are the one that is determining your worth, determining your potential by the work you put in. whether it be the work within your mind to reprogram yourself, to reprogram your life, to step into your truths, or you are creating a life that you love externally. It will first start within. It starts within through a feeling. And once you start to feel this feeling of love, it will be that feeling that will grow and ever flourish. It will expand for you to be able to create your own world, for you to create your own reality. We even did a meditation the other day talking about the astral palace, the memory palace, the astral pyramid. Go within your mind and use this love that you've cultivated, this feeling, this love that you have for yourself, and create your world, create your reality, create your empire. And then as you love yourself more and more, as you feel the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and this love fills you, put this love into your words, put this love into your channel, put this love into the things that you do, the people that you are around. You are the magician now. You are the magician liberating people with divine love. For that is what a magician is. A magician's able to change lives through the feeling that they give people. It is through this feeling that you will create miracles for yourself and as well others. And walking the left-hand path, we must first serve ourselves. And be service to self. Love yourself viciously. Don't allow others to impede this feeling that you feel for yourself. Embrace this dark love, just as demons love you. The demons in which you work with, Belial, Lucifer, Azazel, Beelzebub. Love yourself in the same way. Be stern, be loving, allow yourself to step into the power in which you know you possess. Don't be a victim, don't be weak, but instead know who you are from loving yourself and stepping into that power and creating this new reality, rather uncovering it. As Aleister Crowley said, and the fact that these cards came up, we literally had the Thelema card into love. So, as Aleister Crowley said, do what thou will. Love is the only law. Love under law. And I'm just curious. Spirit, is there anything else that you have with this? This card just flew out. You guys. Luxury. From all of this, you are creating a luxurious life in which you love. You are as a vampire in a castle. You will manifest mass amounts of wealth, luxury, and then as well fortune. Your whole reality will start to shift almost as if it is overnight, because what you were living in was an illusion. You have now stepped into your truth. You know yourself. And from this feeling, from feeling love, from walking your path, it's this feeling of love that's why you take care of yourself, right? That's why you go to the gym. That's why you eat healthy. That's why you drink clean water, because you care about yourself. You love yourself. From this love that you show yourself, you show others. From this gratitude you have for life, that feeling goes into your action, and then that feeling combined with that action, combined with your words and what you say, your vibrations, your frequencies, you will then manifest this luxurious, prosperous, loving life for yourself. Start to embrace the ways of vampiric manifestation. If you guys want to learn about that, I have videos coming later or soon to the Patreon, as well as you can book a consultation with me and I can teach you things of this nature. Again, vampires are the master manifestors, because we imagine through dark matter. So we can solidify these imaginations of money, a house, a car. If someone that's not using these energies can do that, then we can do that at a faster rate. So you will live a prosperous, luxurious life. That is what is coming to you in 2024 as well. So as you work on this vision, work on your vision. So let's just have a card. What is a card for the vision? Prudence. Wow, this is the ancestor card, you guys. You need to build a solid foundation with your ancestors, your spirit team, your guides, and I would recommend working with Thoth and the Egyptian pantheon for those of you that feel called. So, right, Thoth, Anubis, Horus, Ma'at, Hecate. You're getting to know your ancient Egyptian, rather Atlantean ancestors. You are a seed of the stars. You are a higher vibrational being that understands ancient Egyptian and Atlantean knowledge. As you start to walk the path of magic, don't get caught into the new age. The new age is just a rendition of the old, and it is really it's dissolving or taking away the power and the truth. Everything is through thy will. So use your will to manifest and create your reality. And know that you are a powerful creator being. So that's going to be it for at least just the tarot card reading aspect of this live stream. And just so happens to be on the bottom of the deck is victory. So from all of this, you have achieved a victory and have amassed a fortune. Your fortune is the wisdom in which you hold inside, now allowing everything to unfold and allowing everything to unfold as you evolve. Everything that you've done these past few years created the foundation for your ascension. Now you are ascending into this version of yourself. Allow the illusions to now fade away. Embrace this victory and know that which you feel is already done. If you feel you need to do something, then do it. This is inspired action. So with that, you guys, I'm just going to see who's in chat. So closing out this part, the tarot reading, we will be talking about magic and the occult, just more getting into, I guess you could say spell casting, and then into ritual and working with demons and demonolatry. So this is the part of the live. If you guys want to ask me any questions, feel free to ask questions. Also, I'm doing tarot card readings. At the moment, we do have a sale on general readings, just $28 at the moment. And then as well, we also have a reading on the Fate and Destiny, or we have a sale on the Fate and Destiny readings only, or they're just like $98 at the moment. But yeah, you guys feel free to ask questions. So, hey, what's up, General Mosquito? We got the General in the building. We got the General in the house. Vampirism is, and then so what's up, brother? And then we also got Alexis222. Hey Alexis, glad to see you here. Hey, General Mosquito. Vampirism is so versatile. Yeah, really, really, all of these energetic attunements are, and when we start to not just meditate on them or just look at them, but when we start to really push ourselves to this next, like when we push the black flame, not just use the black flame, but when we truly apply it to what we're doing, and we understand, like, oh, I can black flame someone, or I can black flame myself and dissolve illusions, or understanding vampirism, like, yeah, being able to pull say at its highest extent, death out of someone. Being able to vamp the energies of money and take on that frequency and vibration and fully analyze it and then put it into our being, our own holographic matrix, and then understand services we could create. Yeah, truly, the vampiric science has no end, no limit to what is able to be achieved. Marzocco 11 Del Rey. Hi Atanu. Hey, what's up, brother? Glad to see you. Glad to see you, Marzocco. How's your guys' night been, by the way? And then General Mosquito. Yes, I was wondering if you couldn't vampirize pools of intelligence. I was wondering if we. Oh yeah, so in a sense, you can vampirize really anything and extract what you desire from it based off really the strength of who you are, your core truths and how authentic you are. But yeah, when we work with the dead, you can even do rituals where you can go into ritual with the dead. It's called the 007 rite. You're not really going to find this that many places. But by doing the 007 rite, which I believe it was John D. was given this name, we're able to download the dead. And you can download the dead, and if you do this in a safe manner, you can download this into crystals. You can download their intelligence into yourself, you being a crystal, in a sense. And as long as you're sourcing these energies, then it will empower you. But as well, if you don't do it in a correct way, you can also harm yourself like very heavily with psychic vampirism if you're not understanding your own source. Because this is when we're getting into like death essence, death energy. And I know there's times where I almost like literally deleted myself by pulling the wrong energy way too much, amplifying it, and then I got scared, right? So I got scared while doing a very heavy necromantic endeavor, and then I pulled death into myself. My body got really cold, almost started to like stop actually, and then it was in those moments that I actually started to realize how effective these darker sciences are, because you can really fuck yourself up on accident, especially the mind. There's so many doors and gateways to the mind that if you don't consciously or cognizantly know where you're going, you're not gonna gain the same amount of benefits as you would consciously. This is also to put myself out there. This is why I also do consultations with people, because I realize how much someone couldn't know that is out there, because I didn't know how much was out there when I first started this. Like, I didn't know I could pull death out of someone, right? I didn't know that psychic vampirism was something that was more than just energy. And then when you start to understand everything is energy, the reason why a psychic vampire glitches this matrix so much, such as why they're so in alignment with synchronicity, is because a vampire embraces magnetism. So we're pulling in, like we're always magnetizing what we think about. So when you're someone that's already naturally beautiful, vibrant, intelligent, you already naturally are in flow with the universe. All of this is cranked up for a vampire to the point that synchronicity is always flowing, but then we're also the consciousness that is in alignment with synchronicity that is now projecting and creating the flow. So this is why we have such a psychic say or push into reality through our magnetism, because we're imagining or thinking, reorchestrating our thoughts to then gain what we desire. So this is manifestation at its core, but when you can understand the solidification of thought, right? So not just imagining in the light energy, oh, I have a mansion and I have money and I have this and I have that, but instead actually through the dark matter, solidifying that in your mind and knowing that that will manifest. That's actually what Satan was telling me earlier today when I was channeling with him. He said that so a manifester is someone that can manifest. A vampire that is manifesting is someone that wills it into existence. You will it into being. If reality isn't manifesting what you desire, no, you will that shit into existence. And you bend this world to your will. You don't let it tell you, oh no, that's not going to happen. No, you say, this will happen. I will create this and it will be an effect. It will come into reality. And that's when you're condensing the energy to solidify the manifestation, where then it has no other choice but to quantumly exist. That which you imagine, once solidified through dark matter, has no it quantumly can't not exist. So this is when we're using the vampiric science along with universal laws to then bend time and space to our will to then create reality. Now, magic is already collapsing the quantum wave. We can look at magic as I'm right here, I wish to be right here. There's so much space in between. Well, now by doing ritual, I'm collapsing the quantum wave. So more of a vampire bends and shifts and articulates the quantum wave to serve their will. And this is where we're getting into chaos magic. And the more that you not just do this, like, I think I'm God, and then you try to egotistically do all these things, it's like, no, a vampire will know psychically the influence, the push, and the pull that they're creating by inputting the right algorithms into the matrix. That's how we hack the matrix. It's through our DNA, because we are the Kabbalistic trees of light and dark. We are the Sephiroth. We are the Qliphoth. We are the angels. We are the demons. You are the Christ. You are the Antichrist. You are the devil. Ooh. You are the source. You are everything and the all in existence that perceives and believes itself to be the ego in which you were born into. What dark enlightenment, rather also known as apotheosis, is, it is the induction out of that. So for myself, it is the induction out of O'Shea into Atanu. O'Shea, Atanu. It's like O'Shea, the mask, Atanu, the mask stripped away. It wasn't until I started to work with my daemon Atanu, I started to channel that being. I channeled the sigil. I channeled the name in just meditation one day. It didn't feel like Lucifer or Belial, Atanu. It felt like my soul's name. Now, when I looked up this name for myself, because this is how deep this science can get, Atanu just so happened to also be the Sanskrit out of all things. I never heard this name before. I never heard this. One second. I never, some coffee I gave to my daemon. I never heard this name before. In meditation, all I kept hearing, Atanu, 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 Atanu. I was like, and the way that you know it's your daemon is because you start to awaken. Your awareness starts to awaken when you say the word. When I say Lucifer, it empowers me, but it feels like a foreign entity. The way that you know it's your daemon is because it feels like you. Like it's like reminiscent. It might be way bigger than you, but it's you. That's the aspect of yourself that you incarnated as. You incarnated as a Tanu and then took on the persona, the ego in which you call O'Shea, right? And me using myself as an example, it's the same for everybody. We all have our persona that we are and embody, that's attached to our name. But you are not your name. Your name isn't you. It's an aspect of you that you go by, and it's powerful. There's meaning. There's meaning for everything within the simulation, within this matrix. But you are your daemon. You are your higher self. The daemon is the intermediary or the quantum body in between you and your higher self. The daemon is the knowing. You must have faith and persist along the path, embracing that of the true will, and that knowing, that faith will lead you to the daemon. And then once you have stepped into your daemon and solidified your daemon, well, truly, this is when the journey starts. You are now on the path of your hero's journey. The daemon is that the reason why it's a deity is because you are a god. You are a deity. You are a powerful creator being within this bio suit, within this bio vessel, this exploration vehicle. And it's about using this vehicle to go on the journey, have fun, love, experience, live life, go travel, do what you want to do what you love, do what thou will, as Crowley would say. And that's what we are doing now as magicians, magis. We are, by embracing the path, bringing forward our philosopher's stone, solidifying our path by leaving our magnum opus. So this is why you're meant to be a diviner, a channeler, a medium, psychic. Why you should create a YouTube channel. Why you should put your music out there if you're a musician. Put yourself out there if you're a tarot card reader. If you channel, if you work with these beings, your true will, there's a reason why you feel called to do these things. And as much as you look at the internet as, oh, I go on the internet to, like, what do most humans do? Like, watch porn. Like, the internet was literally created, like some of the first monetary transactions on the internet were actually porn. So that shows sex essence, right? Sex essence started the internet. Sex sells, as they say. But yeah, so like a lot of people use the internet in a lot of stupid ways. Porn, video, like I love video games, but video games, watching entertainment that just numbs you, advertisements everywhere. The internet was not created for all of that. The internet was created for you. It was created for magicians to embrace their divine true will. How do I know this? How do I know this? Let's look at the world. It's called the World Wide Web. What does the web remind you of? For me, it reminds me of Sephirons. It reminds me of the spider goddess, one of the most powerful witch gods that there are. Power being, she just knows so much about reality. I just so happen to be a priest of hers, you could say, since the times of ancient Egypt. Even me incarnating now, I'm serving the spider goddess's will. Well, I'm serving my will, but I'm intertwined with her will. My name O'Shea, even meaning fate, or Shay in Egypt means fate. I'm a foreteller, a fortuner of fate and destiny. This is why I also have fate and destiny readings. It's truly my life to be a diviner, to be a messenger of the gods. And that's why I'm so good at channeling. That's why I'm so good at bringing forward this gnosis. This is my path. Even if no one was watching, even if I had no clients, nothing, I would still be talking about magic. I would still be doing all of this because this is what I love. Even I started the channel off of just pure love for the occult, and Lucifer told me to, but pure love for the occult. And it's in this way that as I kept making my videos and my content, everything unfolded. As they said in the Bible to Noah, or as God said to Noah, build it and they will come. I didn't know everything would come from me creating my channel. But then as I started to divine into it, it just made sense. The more that I made, the more was uncovered. You will do things on this. I didn't know what business was, but then I created a business through my channel. Lucifer showed me how. It's the same with you guys. The World Wide Web was created by Sephiroth, was created by the spider goddess, spider queen. And that's how she's linking all of us together, those of the night side. That the World Wide Web was to connect all of us to network. That's why Patreon exists. Patreon. Why is it called Patreon? Patronage. Patreon was created as a physical aspect of something that already existed in our psyche. Patronages. Patronship. Isn't that why you go to Lucifer, why you go to Belial or Azazel or Satan? You're wishing to understand this reality. That's a patron, right? A patron deity. On my Patreon, I'm able to become a patron for other people by doing rituals for them. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't. If Patreon didn't exist, it wasn't channeled, it wasn't created, coded, typed, put on the internet. Someone made that. That was their true will. Someone else's true. The guy that created Cash App, right? His true will was to create Cash App. He just died last year. He just got stabbed like out of nowhere outside of his apartment. Well, we all know what happened. We all know. But that, and you can work with him. You can as well work with him to understand, hey bro, how did you create Cash App? Because not everybody gets to create a payment processor like that. PayPal and Cash App are so different. But look at that, even Elon Musk. He created PayPal, he creates Tesla, and then he's able to buy Twitter. He bought Twitter, renamed it X. All of these things are aligned. He even owns Tesla. Tesla being the scientist that pioneered so much of, well, our technology we have now. I don't know if you guys know that Tesla's technology was actually given to, out of all people, Donald Trump's uncle, and who just so happened to be a quantum physicist. And there's even a book that talks about time travel called Baron of Trumps. This was written literally in the 1800s about how this child named Baron Trump, Trump's son is also named Baron Trump, gets a hold of a mirror, and this mirror allows him to teleport or to time travel. Now, there's things within this reality that, if we're to look at what I just talked about, it would make sense why Trump is president. Because maybe, or let's just think about this, let's ponder this, let's theorize this. What if the technology that was given to the Trump family was understood by Trump's uncle, the quantum physicist, and they in some way used that to alter this reality? Because the elite are using all forms of technology, whether it be psychic technology, physical technology, quantum computers. Have you guys seen a quantum computer before? It literally sounds like an alien monolith. It's like bzzz, it's like it like an alien altar. It literally looks like an alien altar. So there's all these technologies that are affecting our reality, and even it seems that the elite are trying to tap into this quantum simulation. But yet this quantum simulation is also affected by us. So that's the thing that they don't want you to know. That's the thing the elite really keep secret and hidden, that what's shown at the 33rd degrees of Masonry, well, one is that Lucifer is the overarching god of this reality. The Masons pose, or rather say that they're Christian or hold Christian values. They pose love and light, but Lucifer is the one that created the Masonry in a sense. And when it comes to churches, I mean, the churches are literally orchestrated by the demons. It's literally a form of, like, when we look at Satan's kingdom, the fact that people don't know that Satan is everywhere. Satan is the god of the churches. Satan is the god of money. Satan is the god of this world. He's the one that runs politics. He runs the game. Even to the point that when you are playing this game, because it is that but a game, he speaks to you in all moments through everything. Even now in this moment, Satan is influencing this. He's speaking through this. Myself having attained the title and rank of a Satan. What Satan does is he shows us truth. He shows us reality. He unveils things to us. With that, you guys, let me take you to the Bible for a moment. What is the last chapter of the Bible? It's called Revelations. Now, the thing about Revelations is that what is the word for reveal? The word for reveal in Greek is apocalypto, or apocalypse. So the last chapter in the Bible is called the Apocalypse, correct? Now, is it just me, or do you guys feel a very biblical energy these past years about when we're looking at the collect consciousness, when we're looking at what people are going through, what they're enduring, what they're embracing, the fact that we even went through a disease and an illness, a plague, you could say, that wiped out a okay amount of the population. Lately, or today, I was led to a Bible quote, and out of all places, this quote just so happened to be at the back of the Bible. Now, when it comes to what I just revealed or talked about with the Baron of Trumps, and then also leading into the apocalypse is something, and I have videos that I will be releasing called The Apocalypse Within. But truly, as we have went through our own apocalypse, which I'm sure you guys have felt, those of you that walk the night side path, as we've walked this path, we are going through apocalyptic gates within oneself. This is the deconditioning process. This is the ego dissolution process. through each gatekeeper that we work with, whether it be Lucifer, Belial, Azazel, Satan, each gate holds a key within itself of the apocalypse. And when you're doing this work, the way that I did it as well, I opened each apocalyptic gate to usher in the apocalypse. I worked with all the demonic gatekeepers. I worked with the devil himself. I did this. Now, I didn't know why I was doing this. Belial always told me I was a dark prophet. So I embraced that, and I heavily went into that Antichrist state. Now, ascending or going through the abyss, then I lost that. I felt immense power, dark matter flowing through me. Then I lost it, and then I crossed. And once I crossed, I started to align with Thamael, the energies at the top of the Cliffoth. I would hear that, oh, the Illuminati's, rule the world, control the world. But I never would have thought in this way. Because once you walk this path and you talk to the spirits themselves, not initiated by a human, but you talk to the spirits, you become an Illuminati. You become an elite. Because it doesn't matter who is an elite in your mind. Rihanna, Drake, Jay-Z, Kanye, whatever. The only thing that makes someone an elite is truly knowing themselves. And that's actually why someone goes through the apocalypse within. I went through this apocalyptic journey myself. But now let's look at the word apocalypse. Take away the edginess of that. The apocalypse merely means unveiling. So we are all being unveiled our divine truths. Have you guys noticed that every year you guys get more powerful? You guys know yourself more. Those of you guys that watch my channel or that tune in, if you're in alignment with these currents, you're riding the waves. You're shifting. You're a part of this divine shift. That will especially happen in 2024. Into 2024, this next year will be completely different than every other year. For those of you that are walking the path, you're doing the work, everything will manifest like that. You've already been through the apocalypse. You've went through hell. You were a forerunner in this ascension. And it's in that way that as you embraced your evolution, as you embraced your ascension, and you chose to evolve, this is why this next year will be very prosperous for you. You will see everyone who didn't listen, everyone who didn't take the call, they didn't hear the message, it will reflect, it will show. That is going to be the apocalypse for them. There's many people that have not deconditioned, they haven't dissolved their awareness, they don't know themselves. But for those of you, for us, we know ourselves. And this year will be the unveiling of our mass truth, whereas it will be the apocalypse for humanity. And it will be felt, not seen, because it's in the same way that next year you will notice banks shift. You will notice the fact that they even have a bank called Chase Bank, Chase the banks. Money, I'm not going to say will be scarce, but if you're not in the process of accumulating and building for yourself, next year will be a very different year, because the elites are going to do a lot that will try to siphon the flow. Because before this exchange can happen, where those of you that are walking this path, you are shifting into that of the cosmic elite. You're becoming the Illuminati, the cosmic elite. You're becoming, which Illuminati just means enlightened one. That is truly just about becoming yourself and knowing who you are. Now, before this shift takes place, they will try to play a game and get everyone afraid again. They'll call it a disease or this or that, or they'll try to do what they did like 4 years ago. And that will scare most sheep. But in those moments, we're going to have to stand still and continue to maintain the path, embracing our purpose and our awareness, knowing who we are as powerful, magical beings. So it's about taking this truth into your own hands and knowing who you are. And with that, really, that's the message. Just fully evolve and master yourselves. And know that next year for you guys will be a very prosperous year. So continue to do the work. Continue to embrace who you are. And as well, embrace what you're meant to achieve. Continue to walk the path. No fear, rather excitement for all is to come. For this is a divine game, after all. You might as well have fun playing it. Okay, so with that, if anyone has any questions, I will answer questions, as well as I'm doing tarot card, at least I'm pulling a card for people. So if you guys would like for me to pull you a card, please let me know. And with that, you guys, we're embracing success. So tonight was very prosperous. You guys are very successful. And then to read the comments. Last night I had a dream that a South American occultist showed me a ton of human body parts in different places. And then I climbed a regular gate that was huge. So Marzako, there's a lot of things you could interpret from that, such as you have the ability to psychically detect in different areas, and that also could have been a shamanic ancestor as well. And then General Mosquito, thanks family, that was awesome. Hey, I got you, brother, most definitely. That's deep, lol, very possible. And I believe that was to the Baron of Trump's story, or what we brought up earlier. So yeah, I also see we got 5 people in chat. If we can get 5 likes, you guys, helps your boy out with the algorithm. But yeah, you guys feel free to ask questions. I will be on here for just a few more moments, at least. And just seeing anything that comes to mind, I guess, before we get off. Oh, okay, guys, no, tomorrow we will be doing classes in session, you guys. It will probably be early in the morning, maybe about 9 a.m. or so. We will be doing a study session with Lord Thoth, practicing our spell work, our wisdom, practicing spell work. We're going to do a lot of different imagination, visualization, talking about how to craft better spells, things of that nature. And yeah, so working with Thoth in the Egyptian pantheon. I love Wednesdays. It's always my day for studying. Nothing is oppressing you. And then Princess of Discs. What are you focusing on? What is the main focus of your magic at the moment? Goddess Hecate is guiding you in some endeavor. What is this endeavor for yourself? What are you embracing? Who are you becoming from this? What do you wish for us to focus on, Hecate? Okay, there's 2 cards There's 2 cards here. Okay, wow. Okay, there's a few. Definitely the flow of emotions. The flow of emotions is going to be 1. You are magnetizing your empress, your priestess. Those of you that are masculines, prepare for this journey. You have a lover coming to you, your empress. So now it's about embracing this magnetism and knowing that you've already magnetized this lover and allowing this connection and this relationship to show you something. So I guess Hecate is bringing lovers, the universe. The love that you have for this person will show you the love in which you have for yourself. You are the one that is creating your reality. You are working with these spirits to build a life in which you desire. All of this will be built through okay, we have adjustment in reverse. So start to work and this was one of the first cards in the beginning. Start to work on your psychic abilities, your clairvoyance, your divination. You guys are coming together to divine something great is what I'm hearing. Maybe work on your great work. From that, you don't feel as if you're in power at the moment, but you are stepping into your power through the union with this lover. And literally, the lover's in reverse. Guys, go check out the love reading I did earlier after the stream. You guys are definitely called for this reading. I can guarantee you that. And from all of this, you aren't in this vision yet. You're not in this reality, but as things align day by day and you embrace the magnetism, you're receptive and you continue to feel this feeling, the lovers will manifest, and they are manifesting, and they've already manifested, and everything is on its way. You have to continue to have faith and as well to persist in this vision that you have with your lover. And by persisting, what will amass from all of this? And then we have like literally a small reading here. So it's indolence. Indolence, you're not allowing things to flow. Abundance is in reverse. So you're not feeling abundant. Dominion. So dominion is right side up. And then Knight of Swords in reverse. So you have the strength, you have the power, you have the energy, everything is behind you. Now you need this feeling. This feeling is going to show you who you are and what you're meant to achieve. And from that, you will gain immensely. From all of this tonight, you have gained. What have you gained? That's for you to reflect on yourself. So with that, you guys, I'm going to head out. For anybody that would like to book a private consultation or as well reading with myself, all that's going to be down below. As well, we also have Coven of the Sacred Torch and the 4th tier of the Patreon. We will be doing the ritual at the end of the month as we do every month. That will be the end of this month into the 2nd. It's a 3-day ritual. It's going to be very powerful. I highly, if you guys were thinking about that, most definitely join if you feel. So other than that, I'm going to head out, you guys. This was the reading for the night. This was the message. So have a beautiful night, you guys. Peace, and as well, namaste from I myself here at the temple, as well as the deities. We're with you guys. Have a beautiful night. Peace. And then General Mosquito says, thank you, sir. I sent you some for Fate and Destiny reading. Oh, that's oh, 1 second, brother. Oh, okay, my phone's off. Is it okay, so Fate and Destiny? Okay, so I will respond. Um Send me an email, General Mosquito, or if you have Instagram or TikTok, message me on there and I will get back to you. Thank you for letting me know. My phone's dead. So other than that, you guys have a beautiful night. Peace. Do, do, do.